I know you see
Free
that
agency.
that new intro. That new intro.
Hey, clean.
Sweaty.
Let's get
Sweaty.
right to it, man, because a lot has happened in the past couple of days. We
A lot has
behind. We got to
happened.
get this content out.
Ladies
Woo,
and
where do you want
gentlemen,
to start?
it's so fitting. We got a new intro. We got a boatload of news, and it's episode 30. 30 for 30, man.
Oh, 30 for
It's
30.
episode 30. Ladies and gentlemen, the timestamps are in the description. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Locked Up Podcast. This is Assam. I am Ali. And let's get to it, man. I want the intro to be about news that we really did not want to receive. Klay Thompson has officially torn his Achilles, and we'll miss all of this season. The Warriors brought in Kelly Oubre. He's no Klay, but he's Kelly Oubre. I do like Kelly Oubre. So, this sucks, bro. This sucks so bad. I feel so bad for Klay.
Heartbreaking, man. I was looking forward to Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Splash Bros. We've been saying all year that, Brooklyn's going to become a factor and the Warriors are going to become a factor. Two new factors in both conferences, but that's a wrap now. I mean, Steph Curry has to get MVP. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of effort is needed. He has to force them to the playoffs. I'm personally worried that he's going to get injured trying to carry so hard. I hope not, of course. I hope Curry goes crazy, but I feel like Curry needs Klay Thompson to be able to go to that level because Klay is, the GOAT role player.
Do you think they can still make the playoffs?
Like I said, it's almost like a, Russ when KD left kind of action, like pure will, pure every night going crazy,
Okay.
forcing a fourth seed, fifth seed kind of thing, you know what I mean?
So, yeah, Russ
even
made
going
six.
for eighth is fine. Even going for eighth is fine.
Yeah, so the thing is, bro, is I think the pressure on Steph after this is huge. This is the most pressure Steph is as part of the label as the top point guard in the league. Mm-hmm. This is the most pressure he's ever felt. Russ sussed it in OKC. Chris Paul sussed it in OKC. There's always been that solo point guard that managed to will their team to the playoffs.
Yeah, and now it's like Curry's time to prove it. Can you do this? Can you do what Russ did?
Can you do it? And the thing is he's still got a decent team on him. They're not caretakers, right? They're not plumbers. They're a decent team. He's got he's got Kelly Oubre. Yeah, but hey man, that's what about the OKC team Russ had?
Yeah, but at 30-point triple double is what he averaged to get that team through.
That's
30 points every night, triple double every night,
and that's what it took. So that's what it took. I think the pressure on Steph is huge.
I think it's crazy that the Golden State Warriors paid Oubre. Well, what is it, like 13 mil or 20 mil, whatever it was? They went over the luxury tax, and they got taxed another 60 mil on top. So he became worth, they pretty much paid 80 million for him, which is huge. That's a huge check. So, they, did a desperate move trying to make something happen to fill in the hole that is impossible, that is Klay Thompson. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I hope Oubre shines. We know how it is when people join the Warriors. They have like the best seasons. So I hope it's one of those kind of years.
That continues because...
But I feel like Klay, is important to that, though, because Klay's such a distraction. You have to mark Klay, can't double Steph. I think Steph's going to get double, boxing ones. He's going to get cooked, like, you know what I mean? So Curry has to go crazy. He has to prove that he's better than Lillard shooting-wise as well.
Yeah, there you go. Lillard
he has to go for it.
There you go.
Yeah, Lillard. He has to play like Lillard.
So Lillard's also sussed it. So I don't see why we don't. No one's really talking about that. I think Stephen A. brought it up or Max brought it up very briefly. This should be all eyes on Steph. Like this needs to. Imagine if Brody was in this position when KD left. People really held high standards. They need to keep that same energy.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little worried because Steph seems to be really into his golf. And I feel like, man, you better be putting in them shots in the gym, brother, not working on that swing. Work on that when
Yeah,
you retire, brother.
true.
I
He
feel
is
like
working a lot.
I think he's really into his golf, you know what I mean? Like a
He
little bit
is,
more than
but
he should be, you know what I mean? A
well,
little bit more
well,
than he should be for professional basketball players, what I'm saying. A concerning
nah. I mean,
amount.
well, what about Lillard and Rap? It's the same thing. We
But
don't give
no,
him
but
any grief for
he's
Rap.
not dropping an album like every 2 months or something. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. He does like an album a
Yeah,
year, and that's like 12 songs on it. Do you know what I mean? That's fair enough. A whole year of like just But the thing is with rap, at least like, you wake up, you go to the gym, you finish your workout, and you can just rap all night. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But working on the
Well,
golf swing is like that's gym time. You have
I
to do
think
it
the
during
thing
the
is
day.
with when you're at this elite level, you have this level of reputation on you. You don't let yourself slack. I don't. I trust Steph. I trust Steph. I don't
I
think.
hope so too.
If it was like someone who has shown to slack off, like a Michael Beasley or something like it's just a player who can ball, but you're just like, oh God, bro, just get your life together. Stop worrying about this and this and this. Steph's not like that,
No,
you
he's not
know.
like that. No, but I'm just worried because he's getting older, so he has to be fully like LeBron's
Yeah.
fully in, like working out all this. LeBron
Well,
does all these extra things off the court, but like when it comes to his physical time, it's basketball.
hey man,
Gym.
if you ask me, the Lakers team spent a lot of time on Madden, so
Hashtag Madden.
Hashtag Madden. That's why
Uh,
them free throws were so low.
oh, mate, talking of free throws, we got some good free throw shooters now.
We do. Well, we'll see. I don't know what happens, bro. They just get some sort of like there's something in the water when it comes to
Mm.
joining LeBron or joining the Lakers. There's something in the water. Your free throw percentage just
Shall we
dips.
talk about it? Shall we talk about the Lakers?
We'll
The
get there. We'll get
Lakers.
there. I wanna briefly touch on Houston because a week ago, whenever we last filmed, James Harden was at the front of everything, right? So now they've signed two. There's two key players they've signed. They've signed DeMarcus Cousins and a guy who, man, I have so much faith in, bro. I was
Your
watching his
guy.
highlight. The
He's your
demigod
man.
himself. The demigod himself. Christian Wood is going to the
I
Rockets,
thought you
bro.
were like symbolizing the demigod, the demigod.
The
I'm
demigod.
like,
Nah, I got itchy eye. That's actually pretty. I got itchy eye. And
demigod.
Christian Wood. Christian Wood. So
مسيحي خشب.
yeah, Masih Khashab.
Yeah.
And DeMarcus Ibn Ukhti as well.
No, DeMarcus Cousins.
Man, DeMarcus Cousins, they've signed DeMarcus Cousins and Christian Wood to
I
the
am a
Houston Rockets.
huge Cousins fan. I absolutely loved Pelicans Cousins. I was so shocked to watch him rock up and the Twin Towers fight, the Warriors. And man, Cousins was averaging more points than AD and stuff like that. Like it
Yeah,
was crazy. He was
it was a
going
big
off.
shame. Big shame.
I know
Big shame they
that
never got to have a full run together. You gotta
I
have your
know.
cough.
Yeah, gotta get that out. But I know he ain't that Cousins no more.
Yeah.
He took like what is it? Is it three injuries in a row or two?
I think it's 3 or 4. 3 or 4.
No,
So
no,
he
it's not
tore
four.
his
I think it's
he
three.
tore his he tore his ACL, he tore his
Mhm.
Achilles. No, he tore his Achilles, then he tore his ACL, and then he tore his quad. So 3.
Oh, is quad the latest?
Mm.
Okay, so quad isn't
Yeah.
too bad. The other two is what we're worried about, and we don't know what he actually looks like post the other two. That's a
Yeah.
problem for me. I know that he's slimmed down a lot, so
Yeah.
maybe he's going to be quite agile, but I don't know if he can bully
Yeah.
people anymore. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
his jump shot must be very silky.
It better
But
be.
we need that center things though. So I think in on paper, Cousins would fit the Rocket style perfectly because he's a big, but he can still shoot. He can still
Yeah.
hit a cheeky three. He still have to respect that shot. So that's really
Yeah.
sweaty, really good. I just hope he's healthy. If he's still injury prone, that's then he's cooked. And I'm a fan
Yeah.
of Cousins, and I'm really upset. Like he was ready to get like a 200 mil contract very soon, and that's gone now. Now it's like minimum action. Poor guy. That's crazy. Christian Wood, he's a demigod, as you said. He's a youngin. He's an aspiring sweat. I love it too. I to be honest, you sold me on Christian Wood. You put me onto him. I looked at some of his highlights. I've seen his highlights. Even other people started mentioning Christian Wood. I was like, ooh, Ali was onto something early. I would have been happy with him on the Lakers, but you know what?
Watching the Pistons games, fam.
Who's the GM right now for the Rockets?
I have no idea. What's his name? I have no idea.
Tillman Fertitta's the owner. Who's replaced Murray? I don't even know. I know the coach, but I don't know
who's the guy. Who's the guy that reports have come out that Harden wants to leave? I don't know if this is true. Harden wants to leave because the guy's a Trump supporter. Who's that guy? Is that the GM? Oh, that's the owner. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who the GM is.
Yeah, apparently, that's the thing. Apparently, Russ and Harden are a bit like,
iffy about it.
Yeah.
What about the other 8 years, fam? Harden?
No. Tillman Fertitta is only on the team for like 2-3 years now.
Yeah, got you.
So he's a new owner. He's a relatively new owner.
Yeah. So, hey man, watching Pistons games paid off because I got to see my boy Derrick Rose and I got to see Christian Wood and I got to see this dude, bro, and I think he's gonna be absolutely lethal. And he's a my career player. He can do everything. He can shoot, he can drive, he can dunk, he can defend, he can do everything, and he's big as well. He's like Bam size, but just pure athleticism. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I think he should start over Cousins. And if Harden stays, he'll make him an all-star.
Start over Cousins.
Yes, damn. Bro. What is this notion? Like you boys in the chat. Okay, let me just say, right?
Don't get me started on boys in the chat, man.
Boys in the hood.
Started.
When Cousins is healthy, he's the best big man in the league. But he's far from healthy, bro.
Does Christian Wood play 4 or play 5?
I think he's a 4. I think he is a 4. Yeah.
So technically, they both could be on the court starting.
Yeah, they could, but imagine Cousins. Imagine Cousins or Wood off the bench. That's like your bench scoring person, you know. I wouldn't start both of them. We're in a league where Wood can very easily play the 5. So, and Wood is fully healthy. He's young. He's super athletic to catch those Harden lobs. Extremely athletic. So, and Cousins is coming off of 2 of the worst injuries known to a basketball player, followed up by a torn quad. So there's just if people are if people are writing off John Wall, I don't see why people are still having faith in DeMarcus Cousins. Not that no disrespect to Cousins. I hope he does ball out and come back the same. But this dude is 7 foot. He's a very heavy, big guy. It's hard for someone like that to come back from those injuries.
I think John Wall's because he's a lot more dependent on his athleticism, and he rises up, and Cousins barely jumps in the first place. Do you know what I mean?
Cousins was moving when he was healthy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying John Wall versus Cousins though. Like John Wall, flies around like Russ action. If you're tearing Achilles or whatever, And Wall went through the same thing as Cousins, back-to-back L's.
Yeah. Yep.
What was it? Like he tore his Achilles doing like nothing.
No, he was walking in his house. And he tore his Achilles.
Later,
crazy.
Like on the stairs and some shit.
That's I was doing. Crazy. Yeah, that's the Achilles, bro. It doesn't like.
Achilles is so scary. Yeah. What a scary part.
Bro, that's what I heard. Is it goes when it wants to go. That's the scariest part. It's nothing like that you can, it's just there's no way to like prevent a tendon from tearing. Like it's not, it's
I hope one day, medical science improves to a point where an Achilles tear is not a big deal anymore and it's like an easy recovery. But
hopefully that's now. So what does this do for the Rockets is what I mean is if I'm Harden, what do you do with these signings? Do you stay or do you still want to leave?
Well, I don't know. I think he's gonna I think maybe mid-season trades. I think he's going to be traded to a team we're not going to expect. Not the Brooklyn Nets.
Not Sixers?
If I was the Rockets, all my mama I ain't trading Harden unless I ain't getting Kyrie or something.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
You know
I
what I
think he should stay. I think he should stay. This is a decent
mean? Yeah,
team.
but like
This is a team you can work with.
once all this happens, it's a bit sour. You know what I mean? It's almost going to be kind of
Yeah.
like the AD situation in Pellets, almost similar
Yeah.
to it. It was really awkward. Remember, he'd play like
Yeah.
10 minutes and they'd sit him, like just so that they legally played him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then
that's
like
funny.
being like booed
Yeah.
and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's old folks T-shirt. Like it was
Yeah.
yeah, that was weird. So I think it's gonna
Uh,
get weird a little bit here too,
I mean,
especially
I
because
don't know, bro. If you,
Harden wanted to leave. I think because if Harden, you know how Harden is. If he's not all in, it's gonna look bad.
it's gonna look so
Imagine
bad.
Harden not trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
He already
migraine.
barely tries on defense. You want him to not
But
try,
I,
not try?
but I'm just saying, bro. If they try and run it back, even with Westbrook, Russ, Harden, Wood, and Cousins,
That's
that can
very
be
solid.
that can be really good. That can be really really good.
Healthy Cousins, very solid.
Oh, healthy Cousins, that's a championship team. That's like done. But it's
Ooh,
not healthy Cousins. Oh,
Warrior.
that's a huge woy, bro. Like,
That's
healthy
all
Cousins on that
huge.
team.
That's
That's a
all
big
huge.
woy. That's a big
Well,
one. We'll move on to the other team. The Atlanta Hawks have made a lot of moves. They're looking pretty decent. So they now have Rajon Rondo, our Rajon Rondo, no longer ours, and Danilo Gallinari. They have offered Bogdanovich whatever the amount of money they've offered, and what is it? So the Kings have
The
to match
Kings
it.
have to match either today or tomorrow, and if they match, then they
Yeah.
keep it. If they don't match, Atlanta gets him.
So to me, this looks like he's going to Atlanta.
Yeah, most likely.
Um, this is big
Yeah.
for the Hawks, bro. This is big for the
Because
Hawks.
what was it? Because Bogdan was on Kings A.
Yeah, and then he
Because I
got
think
he.
they gave Fox the max, so I don't think they have a lot of money to be matching. Matching
They
what
may,
Atlanta
yeah.
offers. So I think it's too much for them, but we'll
Congrats to
see.
all the boys who got the max as well. D.
Oh,
Mitch,
Jason
Bam,
Tatum.
Tatum. Y'all got paid, got the
Yo,
bag. Congrats.
Ingram got paid as well.
Ingram got paid. Brandon.
Brandon.
Brandon. Jerome get more time than Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yo, shout out to Ingram, man. Never thought he would be
Shout out to
getting a
all of
max,
you, man.
but he did it.
Shout out to
So that's
all of you
cool.
boys. Congrats, boys. You deserve it.
What is it? I think it's
Um,
like 4 players from the 2016 draft with a max contract. So that
I think
draft's looking
so.
sweaty.
I think so.
That draft is looking
Ingram, Tatum, and Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox as well. That's right. Yeah, four.
Yep,
And
that's
Bam,
wild. Hey.
big boy Bam.
Oh, Bam Bam. Bam Bam
Bam got
got
the
max.
max today.
All right, so back on the Hawks.
Back on the Hawks.
I wanted Gallo. I wanted Bogdan on the Lakers. So the fact
I
that they
wanted
got
Rondo as
very
well.
cool. Rondo they got, and that's very cool. I think he's gonna teach Trey Young how to play make, how to think the game. Show him some vet things. If they even make the playoffs, Rondo will show out. We know how playoff Rondo do.
Playoff.
It sucks to lose Rondo, but he is old, so in one way it is a good thing. I think we got the best we could get out of him, you know what I mean? We maximized our Rondo tenure.
We
So
did.
I'm happy for him. I'm surprised, he went to the Hawks and not like the Clippers or something. But
Yeah.
it's cool. Atlanta's popping in black culture,
Atlanta.
so I don't think any African American player is gonna be mad about being in Atlanta, to be honest. They're gonna
No.
love it over there. They're gonna be chilling with all the rappers.
This puts the Hawks in the playoffs, I think.
I hope
Because
so, man. I want to see Trey Young go off. I want to
that's what I
see.
mean is they've got a player who will get the max very soon, which is Trey Young. Let me tell you something about Trey Young, bro. Steph wasn't
Real
this good
quick,
this
real quick.
early on.
I just got a question. Which team do you think will make it more likely to make it to playoffs? Suns or Hawks?
Oh,
And I know Suns is in the West, but still,
yeah.
they're kind of similar position. Trey Young, Booker,
I-
like a young superstar, but like not a team not good enough yet, but have upgraded now.
yeah, I would say the Suns. I would say the Suns will make the playoffs.
Really, you have to
Yeah.
remember Atlanta's in the East, bro. They only need 30
I
wins.
know.
They only need to
That's
hit
true.
30.
That's true, but they have Chris Paul. They have Chris Paul. They have Booker. They have Aiton. They signed someone else recently.
I think who?
What did they sign recently?
I think Chris Paul, what he did last year was amazing. So I think Chris Paul dragging OKC to the playoffs was very good. So I think he can do the same with the Suns. So you think both teams will make it?
I think both teams can make it. Absolutely. Jay
Oh,
Crowder, bro. They signed Jay Crowder.
oh, your man.
Yeah.
That guy just has to corner
Sheesh.
shoot. Man, I can't
Corner
believe you
shoot.
pulled that out. And then I saw the stat of how accurate he actually was from corner. And he was a
That's what I'm saying.
sniper from corner. He was like
Bro.
Tucker, actually.
Corner J needs to be a
Corner,
thing.
corner Crowder, Ray.
Corner Crowder. CC. You can CC me in on that. Yeah, so I think the Suns will do it.
Shout out to the Hawks. They've done well. I don't know who the GM is for the Hawks, but you've done a great job, sir.
Great job.
I hope Trae Young is excited. The thing is, Trae Young every year since he's been in the league in the offseason looks crazy. Always putting in that work in Rico Hines. You know what I mean? Always. He destroys that gym. So I want to see it. I want to see it in the NBA.
Yeah, man. And Steph wasn't this good this early. People aren't really picking up on just how good Trae Young is, bro. Like people are like, imagine if what was it? If the Hawks didn't trade that pick, which turned out to be Doncic. I'm like, what are you talking about? Is Young really like Young and Doncic are not really that different, bro, in terms of ability,
I
like in skill.
I think Luka is better, but like not
Luka is better, but
it's not by a crazy amount though. Not by a crazy amount.
In 5 years, Trae Young can be the best point guard in the league.
Trae Young is just small, and that's the issue. And the fact that Luka Doncic is a bit bigger, bit thicker, and his passing ability is a bit crazy too. So, but Trae can
Trae's
dime
passing
too.
is Trae can dime. Trae is pulling up from who knows where, bro.
Yeah, and Trae's the better shooter than Doncic. That's the thing. What Doncic needs is to be better from three, and that's what Trae has, and he can hit it from deep as well. So that's all I got though. Shout out to Atlanta.
Big faith in Young.
I will actually watch more Hawks games this year. Fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. And they also have Capella.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They didn't.
Capella
didn't actually get to play for them, did he?
He didn't get to play. Do you know who else, bro? Do you know who else I really like? Who's he's not quite a demigod, okay? But John Collins is also really good. He's a good youngin.
Yeah, he's an alright youngin. But Capella too. So look, they got some bigs. They got some guards.
They got some snipers.
They got some in-betweeners, some threes, some fours.
Yep.
What a team. Damn, this team's sweaty, dog.
I know. I think they're going to do really well. I might have to actually take that.
That's proper center.
Mm-hmm.
And then
John Collins is one of those like he's one of those like small big men.
Yeah, he's like a 3-4 as well. Nice.
Yeah. So we want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. So
Lakers.
So we did lose Rondo. Thank you for your service. We did lose Dwight, which we did. Thank you for your service, but that was so weird. I don't know what happened.
And tweeted that he was staying, deleted it, and ended up in Philly.
Something must have gone wrong in the.
I just want to know: was it Howard or was it Rob? You know what I mean? Who snaked who a little bit? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Avery Bradley has gone to the Heat. He's gone to Miami. Disappointing, Avery.
I'm very disappointed in Avery, man. I understand why he didn't do the bubble, but the fact that he pretty much bailed twice. He bailed on the bubble, and then he bailed on the next.
You got a chip as well.
So, like, bruh, come on, man. But all right, fine, whatever. Bye.
So we re-signed KCP, which is good. We got ourselves Schroeder. We got Dennis Schroeder. We got Wesley Matthews. We got Marc Gasol, and we got Trez. We got Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell. All right, so
damn.
Let's just do this in order. All right. So who do we get first? Schroeder. Amazing. We didn't have to lose too much. Danny Green in a pick. Easy money. Come home, baby. Sweaty point guard. Love it. Offense can dime. He's learned a lot from CP. Does cheeky charges, all that type of stuff. Can take some ball handling pressure off LeBron. Can create his own shot. Decent from three. First of all 4 of these guys. One thing I've noticed, Ali, all 4 of these guys can shot create for themselves when it hits the fan. They're capable of it.
Yep.
And they're all above 70% from the free throw line, which was a huge issue for us in the regular season. There were so many games where we would literally miss over 20 free throws, remember? That's like
Above
20 points
70.
we don't get.
Above 70 is such a sad
all above
statement.
70.
Prado.
No.
That's such a sad
But
statement.
but they're all like 75 buzz though. Like they're very good, consistent free throw shooters.
But do you know
That's
what?
a huge factor. It's huge.
Harrell is not good at free throws. He's not good at free throws.
Montrezl Harrell and Wesley Snipes is what I'm going to call him because I want to see some sniper action.
I do want to see that as well.
I want to see some sniper action from Matthews. So Matthews and Gasol are like a little bit too old for my liking, but it's all right. Like, veteran presence, especially Marc Gasol. I hope he comes in shape because he kind of looked a bit out of shape when he played in the bubble. So I don't know if that was the quarantine, blah, blah. Well, now he has some time to sort it out. If he comes in right, he's going to be a great veteran, big. He can shoot as well. We don't want him to be our sniper, but at least he's capable of it. He can space the floor a little bit. Fantastic. He's a veteran. He's a Gasol. Shout out to the legacy of the Gasols.
That's Powell the sequel.
I want to see Powell's jersey up in the rafters.
Yes, I do. I do as well.
What else? Montrezl Harrell was a crazy signing. Like, wow.
What a steal.
Wow. No one saw this coming. Shout out to Clutch Sports. LeBron's running the league. We didn't see this coming. I mean, he got really underpaid for it. Left from Clippers to Lakers. We did not only get a sweaty 19-point per game scorer and the reigning sixth man of the year, but we also made the Clippers weaker, which is crazy. That is such a Dawn power move. All the rumors was, Clippers want to take our Rondo. Clippers want to take our Markieff. Was it Markieff? Yeah, Markieff.
It is Markieff.
But we took Montrez. Honestly, it was Lou Will and Montrez that made me fear the Clippers more so than Leonard and Paul George because our bench was not that good, but their bench was fabulous. You know what I mean? So, that was what made the Clippers scary was that combo of having Montrez and Lou Will come off the bench made them super scary. So now that Montrez is gone, man, we good. And also Klay Thompson going down, man, the West is easy. It's literally all about how healthy is KD and Kyrie.
I wouldn't say easy. I think there are some dark horses in this team.
Easier, though. It's a lot easier.
Bro, no one's talking about the Denver Nuggets. They're gonna be the biggest threat.
They signed Grant?
They signed no. Where did Grant's gone to the Pistons with my boy Derek, my boy D Rose. So Jeremy Grant's gone to the Pistons. He's gone to. I hope Derek gets out, man. Bro, the demigod's gone. I'm
a bit sad about Grant going to Detroit. I don't think I'm going to be seeing a lot of him.
Bro,
I don't think I'm going to be seeing a lot of your guy either. I'm sorry, man.
Bro,
I like Blake Griffin, but there.
Yeah, bro. If this is a healthy team, this is a really good team. But they're not. BG is always injured. And even the demigod's gone. Christian Wood's gone. So that was the other source of joy in the team. But it's just Rose now. And I like seeing Grant. Anyways, back to this. All of our signings versus what the Clippers have done, which is getting Ibaka, we're just so much better of a team right now. So what that tells me, is maybe the Clippers have something up their sleeves. Maybe they're going to pull off an enormous, Harden for Paul George type thing, a huge trade that will just because remember last year, bro, we were man, Clippers, whatever, they're not going to do anything. And then within 2 seconds, it was Kawhi's going there, Paul George's going there, and you just heard all these huge things. So I feel like we're going to hear that.
Jerry West still chilling.
Yeah, we're forgetting, bro, that Jerry West is still very much there. So
Jerry West, but he got the rug pulled under him with the Harrell thing.
The log eye, the bloody log eye.
So Rob scheming. Rob out here staying.
Yes. So, but the thing is. So Gasol, Harrell, Schroeder, Matthews versus just getting Ibaka. No, that's the Lakers are
No, Lakers literally have
Amazing. I'm not sold on Wesley Matthews, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a vet. He can shoot. No, he's not a crazy shooter, but he can shoot. I think his role was just literally shoot threes. So I think if he does that and does that well, should be
Yeah, but
alright.
who else's role was that last season, bro?
Danny Green. Yeah, he's gonna be our new Danny Green, but hopefully he does better. Hopefully he does
I hope
better.
so. I hope so. I mean,
Hopefully
he shot the same amount. He shot the same kind of
Yeah.
percentage as Green, though. That's the thing. In the postseason, no, sorry, in the regular season, no one shot as bad as Danny in the postseason. So
he wants to win a ring. I understand he's not the Blazers with Wes Matthews,
nah,
but that's right.
he's not. He's not. He's not that. He's not. Yeah.
Not that way. But we want to see a couple of these though.
I want to see it, man. I want to see that. I like that.
Celebration.
That's such a cool celebration. Yeah.
No, I'm very happy with what Lakers did. Rob did a fantastic job. No one saw Harrell coming. That was like a dawn move. Amazing. Like that's an A grade right there.
It was the Avatar meme. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what Rob was. Yeah, and I mean honestly, the losses where it's like Bradley, Rondo, and Dwight, I feel like that was just out of Rob's hands. That was kind of like you guys fulfill, except Bradley. Bradley is on Bradley, to be honest. That was a dog thing. That was a dog move. You know, bailed on the bubble, got a chip, and then he said apparently he was so wowed by the Heat culture, which is a very known thing, right? You're very wowed by the Heat culture, but it's like, what about the culture that went to the bubble for 3 months and won a championship for you? What about that culture?
Beating the Heat.
Yeah, and beat the team. It's like beat
You're
the team
wild
that
because Jimmy Butler had 2 LeBron games, and look how gassed he was after 2 LeBron games.
Yeah, but not taking anything away from Butler, but Bradley, man, that thought process is
that's true. Though.
What is
like,
that?
He had like a Hercules LeBron James final type performance. He had 2 of those, and then he was out of gas. He couldn't do it a third time or fourth time. Wasn't happening.
No.
So I don't know how you're wowed by that if you just saw the team you're currently on beat them. But anyway, we'll move on, Bradley.
And then
Appreciate the 6 threes you hit on the Clippers during the regular season and good defense, but bye-bye.
So the Clippers have then, after they lost Trez, they brought in, it's so funny, bro. They brought in, Kawhi was like, well, I'm going to bring in Ibaka from the championship Raptors team. And then LeBron, like the very next day, well, I'm bringing in Gasol.
That's so checkers, funny, brother.
That's so funny, bro. But the Kawhi and Ibaka connection is real. It is real. They're good friends. They played well together. Yeah,
I think this is a perfect pickup for them.
Yeah,
they had an issue with Harrell and Zubac. They weren't good enough to just hold down the center position. Harrell was too small, and Zoo was like too young, a bit too slow, wasn't ready. He's not veteran enough. And yeah, and Harrell can't handle an AD or a Jokic. Those types of bigs he can't handle. He can hustle, he can contest, but deep down he's gonna lose that war in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they needed a proper center to go with Harrell, but now they lost Harrell, and now they just need a center. Period. So Ibaka's the guy, and Ibaka can shoot center threes. He's blocker, cheeky shot blocking. So he's a solid center. Very happy for the Clippers.
Ibaka is dope. Ibaka
and I love how Harrell. And the thing is, that weakness that Harrell has is negated because we have AD. Yeah. So when it's big that Harrell can't handle, then AD handles it, and then the guy Harrell will go on, then he can handle. So makes us very good as well. So it worked both ways. Both are dubs.
Yeah, and I feel like Harrell coming here, I feel like it was a sour exit, bro. I don't know what's giving me the feeling that Harrell left the Clippers in a sour way. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, right? He's Pep. He's like a 6'7", 6'8" Pat Bev with scoring. That dog hyena mentality. We got one of the hyenas, pretty much. Yeah. We got one of them.
Yo, LeBron hasn't had a dog like that in a minute, by the way.
Yep.
He's not
He hasn't
played with a
in a long
dog
time.
like that in a minute. So
Hasn't had
I
a dog.
Harrell's gonna bring those energy plays. That's what I forgot to mention earlier. He brings those energy plays, those and ones, 19 points per game. I mean, both Shooter and Harrell are 19 points per game. That's 40 points added to our team. That's crazy. Shout out to Rob on that one. Rob Pelinka and Rob I trust. Kobe's man.
Yep.
Once I was like, oh, that's Kobe's manager. Say less. That's all I want.
Well,
honestly, I mean, he has a lot of experience because he's seen contracts over like a 20-year span with Kobe, so he understands the business of basketball very well, and that's something that's really underappreciated about Rob. He's
big
been
respect.
Here.
Big respect to Rob. He sussed it this offseason. It's been amazing signings, like really, really good signings. Amazing. Really good. So I want to wrap this up with your curveball question of the day.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Hi, Team A versus Team B. Hypotheticals, right? I've been in the blacktop area of 2K as of late. I've been enjoying some me time, some therapy, and I've put together some teams, here and there. I didn't do 5v5 for this one because it takes too long, but I've given you 3v3. Okay, so go to 21, everyone in their primes. Team A, Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, and DeMarcus Cousins versus Chris Paul, Vince Carter, and Dwight Howard. Some hefty players.
Oh,
hectic players.
Yeah. I think
we talking Orlando Dwight versus
so the way I'll see this going is if Dwayne Wade goes crazy, then that team wins. But if D Wade doesn't go crazy, then they're gonna get destroyed by the other team. I think CP can handle AI, so they're kind of quite even in a way. VC versus Dwayne Wade, I think Dwayne Wade's the better player. But obviously VC is slightly more athletic, but D Wade's still
insanity, man. There's been insanity.
Yeah, half man, half amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, really I think prime Dwight Howard better than Cousins, but Cousins can shoot. That's the difference. So
Cousins was big, bro. In the Kings, Cousins was a problem.
Even Pelly's Cousins.
Even Pelly's. So yeah,
he was averaging like 28, bro, or something like that.
Like he was amazing. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna go top team.
Hey, Team A, AI, D Wade, and Cousins.
AI, D Wade, Cousins. Yeah.
And you think D Wade is a defining factor?
I think D Wade, yeah, because he's the middle, the guard. Not the small one, but the medium-sized guy. So he's the one that's actually doing the most scoring out of the three, right?
Yeah,
I assume. Unless AI hogs, but I think AI will not down to D Wade.
AI though, Iverson though.
Yeah, but the thing is, but CP though, right? Chris Paul's all-time great point guard too.
He is point guard. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Team A. I like these curveballs. I'm gonna jump into blacktop after this and think up some more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Assam. Say goodbye, fam. I am Ali, and we are the Locked Up Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Timestamps in the description. Follow the socials. Peep the sweaty new intro. And episode 30, man, it was a beefy one for y'all. So we'll see you guys next time for episode 31. Peace.